Hello Scorpio, and how you doing? Welcome to your weekly reading here on the Astroflower, going from the 13th to the 19th of 13th to the 19th of May. What month I was in then? Blimey. Yeah, how you doing? Hope you're doing well. Did you see that Taurus reading? I hope you liked it. I went into a lot of detail, so it took a bit of time. I do apologise, but we're going to be doing this weekly reading as well in a different style. For those of you who've been watching the channel for a long time, it's back into the old style, as it were. We're going old school. That's what we're doing. We're going old school. And yeah, so a different sort of reading today. Have you seen the sun? What's going on in the sun? I have got a video coming out on Cymatic TV. I've been so busy trying to get the studio up and running and traveling from the UK back to France and so forth. It's been quite a mammoth journey. So, but there will be a video coming out on the energies that are coming from the sun because they're blistering. Okay, so that'll be on Cymatic TV. Let's get on with your reading here. So, old school reading. Overall energies here. Karmic message from your relationship side. Karmic message from your financial side. Influence on the universe. Influence on past self, future self, and your general outcome for this coming week. Okay. So let's just have a look at your flower here quickly while we've got a sort of vaguely clear deck. Yeah, you've got coming through here, you've got that fire and air scenario here, and you've got that constant air coming through the top there, which is that cardinal that comes from Libra. Now, the reason I mention that is because of what's happening on the sun. There's been loads of X flares. They're going to be hitting on, I think it's Saturday night. Start hitting on Saturday night, so it's going to change things. As I said, there's going to be a video out on that. So it seems to be driving this current that's slightly under the surface, but sometimes can be seen, as it were. So, you know, and so being very attentive to that is quite important. Okay, on your monthly readings, just trying to work out what we had. We had on your relationships side, you had the Temperance card with the Nine of Cups. Really good for sort of turning negative into positive in the future, being very patient about life, but enjoying the gifts that life is bringing you. And on your financial side, you had the Moon, and you had the Two of Swords. It's all about choosing to be you more than anything else. So let's just get on and see what's going on with your reading this week. Let's just go straight into the overall energies for Scorpio. I think you're much more concentrated on the emotional and relationship side of life, or the overall energy is. You may not be, but the overall energy is definitely bringing you that forward, and it's bringing it into your life. It's trying to connect the past and the future more than anything else. And you get that with that cardinal earth coming through there. I think it's in a very material way. So yeah, being strong, I think, okay, so yeah, it is very much sort of like doing something physical, confronting your fears and doubts, I think. And this is where the overall energy is helping you to do that. I don't think the overall energy is testing you here, but I think it's also, it's like in-house health sort of scenario more than anything else for you this coming week. And I think the overall energy is bringing you that towards you, making you a lot more sort of stronger. Okay, on your karmic path and your relationship side, this is also pulling in. It's telling you to connect to your higher self. I think here more than anything else, in regards to what you want out of life. And this is maybe this whole idea of being patient and enjoying the moment more than anything else. Yeah, I think it's possible that it's. Do I think you're shut out in the cold? No, don't think so. I think you're choosing here to observe life, to take time out to observe what's going on, to observe the beautiful stuff that's around you, that Nine of Cups. And it's a blessing in disguise not being solicited too much in life, emotionally and relationship side. And it's on your karmic path to just take a step back, I think, more than anything else. It also helps you to see, you know, what works for you, what doesn't work for you in a multitude of sort of senses, really. Let's just see what's going on the universe energy. How's the universe influencing you? Now, your karmic path was pulling into that. This is pushing in more than anything else. And it's like it's like a lovely dog going, come on, let's go out for a walk. It's like, it's asking you to play. It's asking you to come out. And I think this is testing your strength, really, your inner strength more than anything else. Yeah, maybe it's sort of, the universe is sort of saying to you here, don't entrap yourself either. So, you know, as I said, you're sort of taking time out to see the world around you, but don't get stuck in that. I think this is where the universe is trying to give you a fine balance of sort of engaging and also observing the world that is around you. And it doesn't want you to be stuck, I think, here. And it's sort of saying, you know, come and play in a very observative way without getting too emotionally engaged in it all. And your past self here, this goes straight up. This is like, you know what's what by the looks of things. The Temperance card. This is what came out. It came out in your reading on this. This is what's going into the past, I think. This is how you're connecting your past to your future through patience with the world around you, patience with yourself. I don't have funny feelings like, you know, it's like you're trying to do things and sometimes it doesn't work. And you've got to be patient. And that's where you've got to take that step back, observe what's going on, and then kind of go, oh, it's like that. Right, okay, that person's like that. Okay, that person likes that, or that person doesn't like that, or I don't like that, or I love that. And then once you can observe that and see that and take that patience out, and because you know from where you're coming from, what you do and what you don't like, this is where you can have patience with the world that is around you. In your future self, this is more, I think, through this observatory week here, with where you're really paying attention to what is going into or going around your life or going through your life, and being strong about you as a person, about recognizing what you want and what you want to live. Here is sort of saying now, from that strength comes freedom, comes the joy of engagement without risk, as it were. Yeah, definitely, Beth. This is this new you coming to the fore. I will say that we had the Eight of Swords. You had the Eight of Swords of the outcome there, and it's sort of saying, I think this is a warning card for your coming future. Just notice that. And this is a death and rebirth. And you don't want a situation where you kind of go, oh, well, I've pulled out of life, therefore that my new rebirth is not getting involved in life. I don't agree with that. I think it's got to be stay true and strong to what you want to experience. So if you're looking to be in a relationship or you want to develop a relationship, you know, don't go into it with, you know, with blinkers on, but at the same time, don't go into it, you know, with your eyes shut. It's a very fine tune here that you're playing, and it's recognizing what you enjoy and recognizing what that opposite person enjoys in regards to relationships. And this could be anyone, family, friends, community, and it could be a, you know, one-to-one relationship, your partner and so forth. But you know, I think we all enjoy the enjoyment of others. You know, it is joyous to be with someone who is enjoying what they're doing. And I think that's where you can, this is the adjustment that you need to make in life. So you can give yourself away, but without losing yourself. That's the sort of sentiment I get. The overall outcome for this, and this is leading into that future there. And I think this could be this strength as well. I think maybe you're going to recognize things in the world around you that may hurt you a little bit, but you can't deny the truth. It's like you love this other person. And through this recognition, through this taking time to see what's going on, you sort of kind of come into the conclusion, kind of going, but we're not, I love this person, but there's missing something. And it's that recognition maybe that I'm getting here. Yeah, maybe you're reminiscing over past times. And I think this is where this is the reinvention that you need to do within your relationship. This is where the observation comes in. This person's observing the world around them. And this is where you need to distill those 3 cups, those connections that you have with other people, take the essences and put it into that 1 cup there and live your Ace of Cups lifestyle in regards to the people that are around you. I think it bodes really well if you stay true to yourself. But at the same time, like everybody and everything, you know, this river stays beautifully within its, I'll take out that thing. This river here stays beautifully within its bed, as it were. And it recognizes that. But the bed is not, the earth is not stopping the water from moving as well forward. And when the water does, obviously, when there's a lot of rain, it will come out of its bed, as it were. And I think this is a similar sort of thing here, where you've got to realize that there is need for a certain space as well, more than anything else in your life and in your relationships. And it'll make you feel a lot more comfortable and it'll allow that 9 of cups, to come through. On your financial side, where you had the being yourself, the moon and the 2 of swords, here on your karmic message, there's steady growth here, and it seems like there's steady growth, but it needs to be now of putting yourself first. I do repeat this a lot to a lot of signs, actually, because I work on the basis, and I think everything in the universe works on the basis as long as I am okay, everything can be okay. You can't guarantee everybody else. It's just not possible to do. But you can guarantee how you engage in life. And this here is sort of saying, I think this needs to be, you know, said and recognized. Yeah, I think you need to be just with yourself. I think you need to find this harmony place with you, for you more than anything else. It is, your karmic mission is to get justice for yourself. And this could be through any complications that you might have had within, you know, within your job, your work, and so forth. But it also could be with your projects and just you engaging in life. You know, renovating a house is a massive project. It's part of your life. And you need to get a just balance of it all. Excuse me a second. Cody, Vienna. Sorry about that. Yes, so I think you need this sort of like justice within your life. Let's just see how the universe is influencing you. I think the universe is backing up this justice card. I think they've got your back here, the universe. I think it's really sort of saying, yes, you deserve to have that balance. What you put in, you should deserve to get back. Yeah, I think it's a wheel of fortune. I think the universe is trying to bring in the best results for you within your financial world. There is no doubt about it. Where is this coming from? Where's this justice coming from? It's like I think you've realized your pathway, or you're nurtured your pathway. You've put in the work. That's what it's sort of saying to me here. And you get the 3 of Cups. So yeah, you might have had to do a lot of networking to get to where you are today, a lot of sort of speaking to people, doing a bit of administration, but keeping it very light. I think this is a good thing. And, you know, not making it heavy for yourself, therefore not making it heavy for the world that is around you, for your business, for your colleagues that you work with, or the people that work for you in your business, or your customers. I think you've got a really good balance here. And I think it's now sort of saying, because you've got this balance of sort of enjoying what you're doing. If you're not enjoying what you're doing, work, take the money and take the time. Make sure you get lots of time to enjoy your life. And that could be to do with your projects. So, you know, it's enjoying that moment with the people that are around you. It's enjoying the fruits of your labor, I think, more than anything else. I think that's what you realize, that's what you're coming for. And this is where your karmic mission is sort of saying, get a bit of balance in here and make sure you get enough. And out of that does come harmony. In the future here, it's definitely, it allows you to go forward confidently. That's what the future's sort of saying here. Now you get the 9 of Swords. I think this is probably saying goodbye to that. I think this is where you can see on the other side, you get the Nine of Swords and the death and rebirth here. On this side here, yeah, it could be, you know, your future could be fraught with woes and worries. Your success can bring you woes and worries. But I think here, because it's on your karmic path here, and you got that justice card, I think this is what the karma is sort of saying to you, is for you to deal with this. You don't have to take on all those stress and strains in a very negative way. You can take it in a very positive way, that stress of doing a career path or a business. I think it's you're saying goodbye to that in the future, or you have an opportunity to either say goodbye to it or say hello to it. It is down to you. It's up to you. That is what free will is all about. Okay. Let's just see what the overall outcome of this week is. I think you're using your workspace to actually engage your emotional side of life. It's sort of pulling, you know, it's making sure you've got enough money to do the activities with the friends that you want to do it with, or it's making sure that you're not working too much, that you've got that time as well to do the things that you want to do. It just seems to, yeah, playing smart. This is where I think this is what's coming out of this sort of thing. And playing smart means also being able to deal with the stress in the future of, you know, what you've, you know, how you've developed your career path, the engagement that you've made to work, work and the world, basically. Let's just see what's going on here. For you. Well, let's do a bit of clarification on the Light Seers cards. Oop, there. Yeah, it's being solid, strong, going on. And this is all about you. This is planting your seeds for your greater future. And I think this is why, you know, the overall energy is testing your strength to sort of see whether, you know, you're willing to put in the, you're willing to plant the seeds that will provide you with those Nine of Cups, that beautiful energy, which is abundant in joys, which makes for a happy life. Because happiness is not an instant thing. Happiness is a long-term thing. Joy is an instant thing. And joy is like one of those seeds that you plant in the ground, which makes your life a happy life. So the seeds or the joy creates the happy life. And the more joy you can engage in your life, the happier your life will be. So, excuse me. Let's just have a look with the Five of Pentacles, sorry. Yeah, the Two of Pentacles. As I said, I think this is more you taking time out to look at the life and to observe what's going on, to see what works and what doesn't work. And as I say, sometimes it's a little bit painful, you know, than anything else. I had to give up my dog for a year. I say give him up. I had some very nice friends who looked after my dog for a year. Thank you very much, those beautiful friends. And it was hard, but I knew I had to do it. And, you know, emotionally, it was a bit difficult to do that. I went and saw him as regularly as I possibly can. Now he's with me all the time, which is absolutely brilliant. But what I'm saying is that sometimes, you know, if you really want what you want in life, you know, sometimes you have to sort of give a little bit. And I think that's what the slack is all about. Eight of Swords with the Eight of Swords. Yeah, I think the universe is sort of saying, you know, it's like when you slow down a motor, you don't want to slow it so much that it actually stalls. That's what I think the universe is trying to tell you here, more than anything else. And being, you know, allowing those seeds to be born, yeah, you're going to need that patience. And I think this is where I do believe you've been planting beautiful seeds over the past year, actually, trying to invoke joy within your life. Yeah, exactly. You've been working hard on this. You've been manifesting a lot here in your past. And it's got you to a stage here where I think you know how to get the best out of you and life. And it's just a case of recognizing also how you can best help others to get the best out of life. And, you know, as I said, you don't want to give away everything, but you certainly will enjoy the enjoyment of others. With the Death and Rebirth, you get the Emperor. Yeah, very nice, very strong card here. It's going to make you, you've got a new passage of life because I think you're finding peace within yourself. And that peace within yourself in regards to what you're living is making you really stronger. You know, you don't have to put on anything to sort of like, you know, pretend or you know, sort of cover over when life's a little bit difficult. We all do it. We all do it. But all I'm saying is, I'm not saying you know, you don't have to fake it. I'm not saying you're faking it, but you know, sometimes, you know, you know what I mean. Sometimes you just got to cover those emotions so not everybody sees them. And they're not massive. They may not necessarily be massive emotions, but here I think you feel very comfortable in this place that you are taking. And that's all part of that 4 of Cups. Yeah, that 1 cup there, as I said, I think you're taking time out to distill, to work out the offering that I think not only you can give the outside world to the relationships that are around you, but what the relationships can also offer you. And I think this is a very, very important week. It's incredibly subtle as well. It's just, it may be, you know, like you go shopping, you go down to the local market. I'm going down to the local market tomorrow, and you take a coffee and you just observe the world, and you see a friend across the market, and you notice that that person always goes to that cheese stand. So you go and buy a bit of cheese, and you say, you know, then, you know, one afternoon, one evening, early evening, you pass over to their place and say, hey, I've got some cheese. How about, you know, have a bit of cheese and a bit of a drink, as it were, you know, and that sort of thing. It's recognizing the simple things, I think, is going to be the most important thing. On your financial side, you got the 2 of Wands. Yeah, it's all about planning. It appears to be all about planning anyway. You've got this, but you've got 2 twos now on your karmic path. You've got the 5 of Pentacles, as we saw. Now on this side, you've got Justice. I think you've got a plan for that, and I think you have planned for that. It may mean that there's a little bit of travel, and it may not necessarily be physically traveling. It could be a case of traveling sort of energetically, mentally, doing a bit of mental sort of legwork in order to get what you need to get. But instigating this plan I think is a really good way. Look at that. With the World cards, with the Wheel of Fortune, you get the World card. The universe has got your back here. It's really sort of saying there is a new cycle for you that could be so much more beneficial to your future if you implement it within your life. If you follow that karmic path and implement your justice in that life. That card wants to come out there. 3 of Cups with the 3 of Wands. I think this is what you've done to get to where you are with this networking and engaging in life in a very sort of positive way. I think here is now, because it seems to be an observatory sort of moment for you this week, I think here is just a staying true to that sort of joyous side of you, but not necessarily diving in too early. I think this is what it is, sticking true to the plan, choosing the wave of reality which really corresponds to you. Yeah, it's a mission to get that sort of, dogs in the river, but a mission to get, to say goodbye to your woes and worries. I think that's what's coming up for you. I think you've got a massive or really good opportunity here to put your life on a very stable footing and a progressive footing. And it's going to need a bit of injection from you, which is that 7 of Swords, that, you know, that sort of getting into alignment with yourself. And this is what I said. I think the overall outcome for this week here is because I think you're realizing that in everything you do in your material world, and it could be anything from renovating a house to going for a promotion or going for a job or starting a business, it seems to be the reason behind the progression of it seems to be to develop your personal and relationship side of your life. Absolutely. Yeah, it'd be good. It's a really good, solid week for you, Scorpio. And these are the weeks where nothing fantastic is happening. And they are almost the most important weeks to pay attention to. It's a time when you can see the reality for what it really is. And because you can see that reality that is around you and how you live your life, that's when you can then consciously make the decisions or take the path that is most evident for you, which builds that perpetual happiness within your relationship side, and also gives you that consistency and reassurance on your financial side. Lovely. And it all seems to be going on just under the surface, as I said, with the energy that's coming through from the sun, with that air and fire energy. But you can see that on Cymatic TV later on, or later on this evening, I think. Yes, there you go. Thank you very much for being here with us, Scorpio. I really do appreciate all the support you show through the YouTube. That's either liking, sharing, subscribing, commenting is great. Love your comments. I will be, once the studio set up, I will be answering questions. We will be doing lives in the future. We'll be doing a lot more lives on Cymatic TV as well, all about energy and how we connect with energy and stuff like that. So yeah, either I'll see you there or I'll see you here, whichever way it is. It'd be lovely to see you again. In the meantime, don't forget, life should be fun, so please do enjoy.